Jai Śrīmad. The following commentary I'm about to give is by Ramanujadasa, Śrīmad Gattu Venugopalaswamy. Chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga, Sloka 39.
Yesha te abhihita sankhye buddhir yoge tu imam srunu buddhya yukto yaya pardha karma bandham prahasyasi. Om.
Gita Acharya Sri Krishna Paramatma is teaching the essence of the Upanishads and Brahma Vidya to all of us along with Arjuna. Paramatma is saying, O Arjuna, naturally no one likes bondage. We should desire being freed from bondage. Right now, what bondage should you be freed from? Bondage forms depending on the actions you perform right now and all the actions you've performed thus far. You are currently in that bondage. You should be freed from that bondage. How? Should we abandon performing our actions? No, we shouldn't. We should continue performing our actions, karmas, but we should be aware of how we practice it. Being aware and informed of how and what we practice is called yogam. When you start practicing with awareness, you'll be freed from bondage. What should you know and be aware of before practicing? You should know that I am different from my body. You should be continuously meditating upon this fact and working keeping this in mind. Doing this will ensure that no bondage be formed when doing your work. Up till now, I've explained to you about the nature of yourself, the Atma's appearance and features. From what I've explained so far about the nature of yourself, if you continuously meditate upon this, it means you have Sankhya, or knowledge of Atma Tattvam. You should perform your actions keeping this knowledge in mind. The actions performed with this knowledge of Atma Tattvam is called yogam. These actions do not trap you in bondage. And that's not all. If you continue doing your work with the knowledge of Atma Tattvam, you will not only be freed from current bondage, but also bondages formed previously. Up till now, I've taught you about Sankhya, or the knowledge of Atma Tattvam, and now I will explain to you about the yogam, which is how to perform your actions, keeping knowledge of Atma in mind. This is how Sri Krishna Paramatma is teaching all of us. Up till now, Bhagavad has taught us about Atma Tattvam. He taught us about our nature, and we should do our work keeping Bhagavad's teaching in mind. The entire essence of Śrīmad Bhagavad Gita is given by Sri Krishna Paramatma in chapter 18, Sloka 65 through 70, to do 8 things. Sri Krishna says, I love those who follow these 8 things. I will protect those devotees in all kinds of ways. After listening to all of Bhagavad Gita spoken by Sri Krishna Paramatma, Arjuna says, Karishye vachanam tava, which means, Krishna, I will do as you say. This is why Sri Krishna has bestowed Arjuna all kinds of successes and victories. Let's give Paramatma our vow that we will observe these 8 actions. There's no puja, tapas, or yajna that is greater than giving this word to Paramatma. I will say these 8 vows we should make. You all please think these in your mind and heart. In this way of us giving Sri Krishna our word, let us all visualize Sri Krishna's face, beaming with joy and feel bliss. Jai Śrīmad. These are our 8 promises. Our first promise, O Śrīmad Narayana, as you instructed, I will always meditate upon and think of you. Our second promise, O Śrīmad Narayana, as you advised, I will always be your devotee. Our third promise, O Śrīmad Narayana, I will perform all my actions as service to you and for your satisfaction. Our fourth promise, O Śrīmad Narayana, as you said to follow, I have great faith that I belong to you, and I will always join my hands together and do namaskaram to you and worship you. Our fifth promise, O Śrīmad Narayana, I recall your words, Mamekam Saranam Vraja, from chapter 18, Sloka 66, that you said to surrender to you alone. Śrīmad Narayana, I surrender to you alone. Our sixth promise, O Śrīmad Narayana, I recall your words, Ma Suchaha, from chapter 18, Sloka 66, that you are giving us reassurance to not grieve. I shall no longer grieve. Our seventh promise, O Śrīmad Narayana, you have graced and blessed us all by delivering Śrīmad Bhagavad Gita for our sake. I promise to read or listen to at least 1 sloka daily. Our eighth promise, O Śrīmad Narayana, you delivered Gita to all humanity. I will try to spread your words in Gita to those devotees that are unfamiliar with Gita. We just made our 8 promises to Paramatma. Giving Śrīmad Narayana our word each day that we will do as he says itself is a great puja. Let's give him our promise with our unshakable faith. O Śrīmad Narayana, I will do as you say, I will behave as you wish, and I will work only for you. Śrīmad Narayana, Karishye Vachanam Tava, which means, Śrīmad Narayana, I will act according to your instructions. Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Śrīmad Narayana.
येषा ते अभिहिता सांख्ये बुद्धिर्योगे तु इमां शृणु बुद्ध्या युक्तो यया पार्थ कर्मबन्धं प्रहास्यसि ॐ येषा ते भिहिता सांख्ये बुद्धिर्योगे त्विमां शृणु बुद्ध्या युक्तो यया पार्थ कर्मबन्धं प्रहास्यसि ॐ श्रीमन्नारायण करिष्ये वचनं तव सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु जय श्रीमन्नारायण।